Friends, welcome to Selenium WebDriver Training Session 20. This is Haradhan once again as usual. Today I will discuss about Fluent. Thank you all for watching my videos. In case you are enjoying my videos and learning automation testing along with Java, please like and share my videos. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification as and when I will upload any new videos. Do not forget to provide your valuable comment for any input or suggestion. Stay tuned for my next video. In my last video, I already discussed about implicit weight and explicit weight. So here, in the last session, I already discussed about implicit and explicit weight, right? So this is the syntax for implicit weight, right? Divert.manage.timeout.implicit weight. We need to give some timeout and time unit or seconds. In case we are providing the time unit or seconds and we are providing 10 seconds, so irrespective of the element or page, so it will wait for 10 or 20 or 30 seconds, whatever you are giving. So that is the importance of implicit wait. Okay, so it will depend, wait for this particular time, whatever we are giving, right? But in case element is visible or page is loaded fully before that, but still the page will load for that particular time if you are providing an implicit wait, right? So to avoid this thing, we have already I already discussed about the importance of, right, explicit wait, where we are using the WebDriver wait interface, right, and we are using a object or instance with the help of, right, WebDriver wait class. Sorry, it is a class, not an interface. And we can give some conditions, right? Expected condition in case title is matching or link is visible or link is clickable, like that, so that my page will be loaded for the particular time maximum, the whatever timeout I am giving as part of explicit wait. But before that, in case the object is visible or clickable, so obviously it will not wait for the total time whatever I have given, right? So that is the difference between two wait, implicit and explicit wait. So in implicit wait, obviously in case we are giving the time, so irrespective of the condition, but the system will wait for the particular time. But in case of explicit wait, though we are giving the maximum timeout, but in case object is identified to particular operation or identify the particular element or perform the particular operations, it will not wait the fully time, right? But it will perform that operation. After that, it will proceed to the next step. But in the explicit or implicit wait, there is no such provision. Suppose I already given a timeout of 20 seconds, say, okay, and my object should be visible in 10 seconds. So obviously it will not wait more than 10 seconds. Operation will be successful. But in case, suppose for some problems, say suppose internet slow or due to other connectivity issue, within the 20 second or whatever you have given, object is not visible, right? So obviously it will throw the exceptions or error and it will not proceed to the next step. So to handle this thing, right, in Selenium WebDriver there is a new term called Fluent wait is introduced, where we can provide the pooling time, right? Suppose in case we are giving the total time as say 1 minute or 60 seconds, say, okay, and here in your case, so whatever you have given the explicit timeout is 20 seconds, but the object is visible only 25 seconds. So obviously during explicit load it will fail. But in Fluent wait, if you are giving the total timeout is 60 seconds and your interval is 10 seconds, so every 10 seconds it will try to find out the element and it will maximum go for the 60 seconds whatever is given the total timeout, right? So in case object is element is visible in 25 seconds, so after two successive iteration, in the third iteration, obviously object will be identifiable and your script will be executed without any error, right? So that is the difference between the explicit and the Fluent wait. So using Fluent wait, user can give the pooling time and pooling intervals, right? So in case you are giving the total time as 60 seconds and pooling interval you are giving as 10 seconds, so every 10 seconds it will try to identify the element. In case it is visible, obviously it will perform the operation for the particular element, so that which is not available in the explicit wait, right, and in the WebDriver wait class. So to handle this thing, there is a new term called Fluent wait. Importance of Fluent wait is to tell WebDriver to wait for a condition as well as the frequency with which user want to check the condition before throwing and no such element exceptions, right? So during explicit wait, obviously it will check only for one time, right? Maximum timeout it will elapse. After that, it will not check. But through Fluent wait, we are also providing the frequency, so it will try to check maximum timeout with every frequency before throwing an no such element exceptions. Fluent wait class implements to wait interface in Selenium WebDriver. Obviously, it is implemented wait interface. Fluent wait finds the element repeatedly at regular interval of time until the timeout or till the element get found, right? So it will maximum go for the total timeout or in case the elements found, right? In case element found also it will not wait further, or else it will try to check every interval and it will wait for the maximum timeout whatever is given, right? Unlike WebDriver wait, user need to build customized waits method based on the condition. So here in the explicit wait, right, you have already seen that a lot of, right, important method is already available with the expected conditions like titles, contents, element to be clickables, right, element to visibles, like that. But here for the Fluent wait, no such that particular method is available, inbuilt method is available in Selenium WebDriver. Instead of that, you need to create your own method. So that is the basic disadvantage of the Fluent wait. But the advantage is that, I mean, it will try to check with the frequency already provided with the maximum timeout given. In case object is still visible, it will try to obviously perform the operation on the object. So that is the one advantage, and disadvantage is that no, right, methods, inbuilt method is already available, so you need to build your customized wait methods for the Fluent wait. So this is the syntax for Fluent wait. We need to use the wait, right, interface, where you need to pass the WebDriver, we need to create an object code instance, then new Fluent wait WebDriver driver you need to pass, then dot with timeout you need to give the total duration, right? Suppose I want to check for 30 second or 60 second, and then again pulling every, that means the frequency you are setting. So after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you want to check whether the object is visible or not. After that, you want to ignoring the exception. So whatever exception is there, right, no such element found exception, you can give it dot class. Then using that instance, you can similar way, right, use the until methods, you can create your new functions, custom function, right, where you are creating a functions where you are output will be your web element, and you need to use the apply method whatever already available, and you need to return the element. So that is the syntax for Fluent wait. So I will create simple script for Fluent wait. So before that, I just want to show you the one basic example. So this is the URLs. If you open the URLs, you can see there is a button called start. Okay. So if you click on the start button, right, you can see it is taking some time to load the particular message, right, hello world, right. Suppose it is taking 10 seconds. Sometimes it can say 20 seconds. Sometimes it can take 30 seconds. So in case if you are using the explicit wait and if you are giving the timeout as 20 seconds, but it is not loaded 20 seconds, so your script will fail, right? But in case I am using the Fluent wait, okay, and I am in case I giving the total timeout as 40 seconds, and I am pulling interval or frequency I am giving as 5 seconds or 10 seconds, so every 10 seconds, so it will try to check whether the element is visible, and after that, I mean, in case object is visible or total time is elapsed, so after that it will throw the exception. Okay, so that's why I mean create the my script using the Fluent wait. So here I just need to open the particular URL, right? So before that, I am setting the properties for the Chrome drivers, and I am launching the Chrome browser with the help of WebDriver interface and the Chrome driver class. I am maximizing the class. I am passing the URL. Okay. Then what the syntax? So before that, right after opening the page, you need to click on the start button. So how you need to inspect the properties for that start button. How can I do that? You need to simply press the F12 button, right? So inspector will come. Using the inspector, you need to select the start button, right? Here you can get the CSS or XPath, anything you want to, through which you can identify the properties of that particular element. So I will go for the selector, right? So after opening the page, you need to click on that element driver dot find element by dot css selector. You need to press the css selector. So that's why you can identify the element and you need to click the right button. So once you are clicking successfully, so obviously you need to you will get some message, right, or text. Okay, hello text. So before that I need to use the, or I can identify the hello world particular text. Suppose you need to inspect the element again, right, and you can get it through css selector. Copy c selector. So here you need to create a web element object. Suppose here I am giving as hello world text, right, equal to driver dot find element by dot css selector dot css selector. You need to provide the css selector for the hello world text, right. Then you can see some error message is coming. So you need to import web element class from the org.openqa.selenium packages. Once the import is successful, so it is working fine. Now you need to create the method, right. You need to create the syntax for Fluent wait. So what is the syntax? You need to use the wait interface where you need to pass the web drivers, right. And here you need to create a object or instance. Suppose I am creating the object or instance as wait, then new Fluent wait, that is the class name Fluent wait, right. Then you need to pass the web driver and you need to also pass the driver reference. After that you need to press dot button, new Fluent wait web driver. So syntax is web driver wait new Fluent. Okay, you need to import the Fluent wait for org.openqa.selenium support UI. So once the import is successful, then you need to, if you press dot, after that you can see the all the methods is coming right in the Fluent wait. Until you are importing, so all the method will not come. So you need to use with timeout, right? With timeout, right? Here with timeout, you need to give the durations. So I am using duration dot of second, right. Of second, minutes you can give it. You can see a lot of function is coming. So I will use of second. Here I am giving the total timeout. Suppose 60 second I will wait, right. After that if you press dot, again you need to give the pooling. That means the frequency, right. Pooling every long durations. Here you need to copy paste this thing. You need to give, suppose it will every 10 second it will try to check it, right. Then dot ignoring, right. And here you need to give the exception type, right. Okay, exception type, suppose what will be the exception type? No such element exception. Dot class. So that is the syntax you need to provide for creating the, right, the instance using the new Fluent wait. Here you need to import wait interface from org.openqa.selenium.support UI, so that error message will gone. Still error message is there because some syntax related error is there. Only timeout. Okay, it will be only one bracket. So error message gone. Okay. Now next thing is that you need to create, right, new functions, right? So what is the syntax? Web element wait dot until new function, you need to pass the WebDriver web element, and here you need to create a new method where you will be applying, right? Apply method, you need to use it. So I will create this method. So first that we need to return web element equal to wait object whatever I have created here dot until, and then here new functions I will be creating. I need to give the reference of, right, WebDriver and web element. Okay, I am giving the reference of WebDriver and web element. Then as this is the function, right? So we need to give the first bracket. Then again we need to give the third bracket, right? Where we need to create the object, right? Suppose I am creating the object as public. Again it will be, right, return type web element. So obviously we need to give the web element. Then we need to use the apply method where I am passing the WebDriver driver instance reference, right? Then here, that is the method syntax, you need to return it, right? But here I will not use it. Instead of that, I will try to check whether that particular element is returning or not, right? So I am giving some condition here. If that particular text is displayed, then it will return that element, right? Or else it will return null. So that is the validation I want to do it, right? We need to close it. So error message is gone. We need to import the functions, right? The methods, whatever we are creating new functions from the java.util.functions. After that, here as the hello world text, we need to change it to final, otherwise it will throw some error because the text will be obviously final, right? Because I already given the CSS selector, right? So obviously this need to be we need to define as final, otherwise error message will be there. Okay, so if you define that particular web element as final and if you run this code, so your script will work, right? After that, if you want to get the text of that element, so how can I get it? Let's give some text. Want to get the text, you need to use that particular web element dot get text, so it will be displayed in the console, right? And also here if you want to get the web element whatever you have created, so element means all the properties for the element will be displayed, right? So first it will be displayed the get text for that web element, also the properties of the web element, right? The CSS path details, because whatever you have used. So that's why we can, right, use the Fluent weight, but the difference is that in the Fluent weight obviously frequency we can set, so if it will try to check with every intervals and with the total timeout. But the problem is that we need to create our own custom methods or functions. No custom method, no, I mean inbuilt method is available. So I am telling you. So I am opening that particular page, then I am clicking on that particular right start button. So for that I already used the CSS selector reference. Once the start button is clicking, so obviously it will wait for some times. So here I am using my right new fluent wait class available in the wait interface, with which I am giving the total duration will be 60 seconds and pulling every, that means frequency is giving us 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds you will try to check whether that element is visible or not. So it will go check for 6 different occasion, right? After that, in case still not able to find, so it will throw some right that particular, or otherwise it will also the no such element exception will be ignored, right? Then here I am creating a new custom functions, right, where I am passing the WebDriver web element and I am creating a methods, right? And here I am passing the condition that in case that particular text is visible displayed, so it will display the return the particular element, because here the methods type return type is web element, or else it will return null. So once the data type is successful, then obviously I can get the text for the particular text, right? That means in case it is able to identify the element, I can get the text. Also I can whatever element I have created, also I can get the all the reference for that element also, right? Here web element. So let's run the code and let's see how it is working, or whether we are getting the intended output in our console. So it will launch the Chrome browser. After that it will pass the URLs. Once the URL is passed, it will try to hit the start button. After that, right, it will take time, right, but total timeout is given as 60 seconds, but every 10 seconds it will try to check whether that particular hello world text is present or not. In case for the first time it is getting failed, but it will not throw such exceptions. It will try to check again and again and again total until element is visible or total timeout is elapsed, right? And in case it is fine, you can see this working. After that you can see that particular text is coming, right? So my object is visible, and that is the reason my script is not getting failed, and get text is also coming, and all the element properties also coming here, right? The CSS selector as finish h4, so I have already given here, right? So that is the CSS selector is coming, right? Finish f4. So that's why you can use the fluent wait, where right sometimes explicit wait or implicit wait is not working properly due to some timeout issues, because whatever timeout you is giving, it is not working, right? And you need to wait for maximum time, where you can need to provide the frequency, so that after every interval it will try to validate whether the object is visible or kind of stuff, and in case it is visible at that time, immediately it will proceed to the next step after performing the operation for that web element. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you.